Welcome back to Squawk. Joining us right now for her take on the markets is Karen Kavanaugh, Chief Investment Officer at Carolina's Wealth Management. Good morning to you, Karen, as we
Good morning.
We think about this Friday before going into the weekend here, given all the numbers and a bit of a wild ride this week. What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking that things are going so well that we have to think of something that we don't like. Right now we have reflation, rebound, reopening. Earnings are coming in and they're just not beating expectations. They're just trouncing expectations, where beats are usually 3-5% or coming up at 20%. So that's really good news. But I think investors are keeping a wary eye on inflation. And for now, we're doing a good job of towing the line and believing the Fed that they're not going to raise interest rates and that inflation is going to be transitory. And I think that we will see a lot of inflation, especially coming up over the summer as things really reopen. But so far, things are contained. And
but what do you make of what's happened to the 10-year then, Karen? I mean,
the fact that it's pulled back a little?
Yeah, all week long.
I know. Well, I think it's a little bit of an oversold condition. I mean, we went so far so fast. And remember, the cure for high yields is high yields. I mean, at that point, the rates were attractive to investors that are looking for yield. We still have a lot of global investors looking for yield. You take a look at the 10-year in Germany, and it's negative 30 basis points. So yields became very attractive. And so I think investors locked in when they could, but don't be fooled by that. The bias is to the upside.
But if that rate comes down even more, what does it do to the great rotation trade out of some of the big tech companies that benefited during the pandemic? I mean, do you have to start to rethink some of this?
No, I don't think so. I think that there has been a lot of rotation, and there's been a rotation to more of the value stocks and to some of the cyclicals. But remember, those large tech companies, a lot of them are that's where a lot of the growth is. And that even though we are having this reflation trade and this rotation, that at the end of the day, we are still in somewhat of a low growth environment. And those large tech stocks, that's where the growth is. So even though that we're seeing a rotation out of that, I would caution investors not to abandon those large tech positions, because that's where growth is going to be. So even though we're tilting more towards value and more towards cyclicals and to financials, that those large tech stocks are going to be there when you need them too. So I would say that investors need to make sure that they are exposed to some of those as well.
Right. I don't think we can do a segment without asking about crypto these days. Are you putting your clients in crypto?
Well, not yet, but we're waiting for the Squawk Box crypto, the Scoin or Scripto or whatever it is, but not yet. Right now, I still have trouble valuing it and what the fundamental underlying value of it is. So I think that it's becoming more widely accepted, and I know the institutions are now jumping on board and with Coinbase, but I think it's still a little bit too early for my investors.
Right.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.